I think it's that time again.
I think it is too.
All right. It's definitely that time again.
I think
What
so.
time is it, Kev?
It's a time to tell people it doesn't matter if you're listening to the podcast audio. It doesn't matter if you're streaming the video from the Level 857 video game channel. We're still going to be your hosts. We're going to be your hosts either way. Kevin, gamer tag Turbo857 on everything.
Jason, a.k.a. Sticks, Stikz. That's the gamer tag on Xbox, and Sticks857 on PSN.
I gotta fix mine, but Eric, aka Stallion 23rd or Brightwand. But we're gonna get rid of that, so let's not worry about that right now.
All right, so what are we going to talk about today?
We're going to get into a lot. We're going to get into a lot.
what are we actually going to talk about?
What is it today? It's wrestling. We're going to talk about wrestling.
We're going to talk about wrestling games.
Wrestling games.
We're not gonna talk about wrestling. We're talking about wrestling
We can
games.
talk about wrestling itself.
We can
if it
talk
relates
about
to the games.
Monday Night Raw. No, we're talking about the draft. No, we're talking about we're going to talk about wrestling video games.
The state of the wrestling video games right now.
The New York State.
New York state of mind view on wrestling games.
Yeah, that's fine.
That work out.
Okay.
Now, what is the both of y'all, or let's just do it right now. What's your favorite wrestling game
All right.
that you've ever played on any system?
Pro wrestling.
That was close.
For Nintendo.
Don't say pro wrestling.
No, it's not my favorite.
That's with Starman, right?
Tecmo Wrestling.
Tecmo Wrestling was
Tecmo
dope.
World Wrestling.
I don't know.
With
if it's-
E-Tiger?
It's definitely not my favorite, but it was probably my favorite on Nintendo was pro wrestling. Not pro. See, you fucked my shit up. Tecmo Wrestling.
Remember WrestleMania for Elgin? That was the worst.
That was one of the worst games. That's going to be in
WrestleMania.
a worst games of all times list.
Yeah, that was
definitely
bad.
WrestleMania Challenge.
That was better because it had
That was a
Ultimate
better
Warrior
game,
and you
yeah.
could throw people out the ring.
Mm-hmm.
That actually was pretty cool.
It wasn't good until like the blue steel cage one. That was that one.
the blue.
That was the one?
That was.
That was one with Ultimate Warrior.
I don't know if it was in
I don't
Challenge.
know if it
though.
was in Challenge.
I think it was WrestleMania Challenge, wasn't it?
All right, the ring was like
On a slant.
like a diamond.
Yeah.
And I
think so.
Really, I gotta look back at that again.
But it had
Really
nothing. It had nothing on pro wrestling for Sega.
Right.
With their hamburger heads. Remember that? You would dive out the ring and their head used to be straight.
Oh,
like
first, like,
this. It was crazy.
bad. Oh yeah.
that's how I used to draw my characters with the head like this from different angles and shit.
Nah, that was great. That was great.
The Rude Awakening in that game looked really good. Like the way
Which one are you talking about?
WrestleMania Challenge.
Oh, WrestleMania Challenge, yeah. Well, that was the only move you could actually do besides that and the body slam. And the sleeper hold. Beefcake had the sleeper hold.
That's right. Yeah.
That was shit. But
was good times.
what game is your favorite that you've played?
I would say No Mercy, but they have for the N64. But
Not WCW versus the World.
that was great when it first came out. But that was just like
That was the originator of that kind of
think so,
that
right?
style.
yeah, it wasn't very balanced though. I remember you could like get people with like
So-
5 different finishes and still not pin them.
Well, I mean,
So
that
were
was
there-
everybody, though.
All right.
Were there any others before we get to No Mercy? Other games that were good?
WrestleMania
Decent?
2000?
Well,
Was-
Royal
that was
Rumble.
after.
Royal Rumble for Super Nintendo was good.
Right.
Remember that Royal Rumble?
Yes.
Super Nintendo. That's the side-scrolling ones that we used to play. It had
2D,
Razor Ramon,
yeah.
Undertaker,
Mr. Perfect.
Shawn Michaels, Mr. Perfect. Was it Mr. Perfect? Yeah, he was in there.
In the first one, yeah.
It was just tapping buttons mostly, though. There wasn't really a grapple system per se. It was just
There was there was a grapple. system.
Whoever,
It was
I guess-
You just tap the button fast.
whoever
Whoever got-
initiates it, I think.
Or whoever kept, was pressing the buttons the fastest.
Yeah.
They would win the grapple.
Well, I mean, that's not like Royal Rumble for Dreamcast. Remember that?
No,
They dumbed down and arcaded it out. So
that was
it was pretty fun, though. I liked it for what it was. It wasn't a full-on wrestling game.
Fucking
It was
terrible.
Just it was an arcade game.
I fucking hated
That's not
that
the one
game.
where you punch them and their arms get big, right? With Doink and stuff. And you smack them and they get electrocuted and stuff.
In your house?
Was that?
WWE in your house? Yeah,
so.
it was arcadey, right?
Acclaim made those, I think.
Acclaim,
Yeah, they were pretty
It
bad.
looked like the rendered models, like they looked
Right.
like the
Was
characters.
that after Warzone? It was after Warzone.
Oh,
Wasn't
I don't know when that took
I think
place.
it might have been before Warzone.
Really?
Yeah, definitely because there was no Rock in those times. Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost forgot about Warzone and Attitude.
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
are-
Those
They had realistic graphics. It was amazing. They took the faces of the people, and they put it on.
Pasted.
Yeah, it was crazy.
But, so if you punch them in the face, they still have the same,
Same
exact
face.
facial
Same
expression.
face.
When
What do you
they
want
fuck-
from them?
What was it?
I was on PlayStation,
Bret Hart getting choked. No, and he's smiling like this.
and Mick Foley,
I know.
Mankind. His sound effects were horrendous.
When it came out, I was mad excited. I was like, "Yo, they got like,
There wasn't much to choose from.
yeah, no, they had the finishers. They
With
had
the animation, though.
animations were terrible.
What about that
Yeah.
Kane trying to grab you by the neck, and he would just
Oh, you're
slide,
going-
he would
the neck
slide
break.
right over. That was great. That was like the best that it could have been at the time until SmackDown.
Were
came
they the
out.
first ones that had real voice commentary?
Oh no, they're the first ones that had the they had what did they have? They had the old outdated videos of everyone talking, and they were
like doing
they
a
were
promo,
gone.
yeah. Like they're doing a promo.
Yeah, there was nobody. None of those characters were still wrestling when the game came out.
Right,
it was
right.
so old. Like
Yeah.
they had the click.
Do y'all remember the intros?
They were bad, right?
The entrances.
No.
They would come out, stand there while the music's playing, and they all walk like a goon. They all had the same
Right to the
fuck deal like this, and that's it. That's all. That was
Oh man.
so fucking terrible. But I think what was it? Not only the Kane glitch when he tried to do the neck breaker, but if you're
Oh,
in,
you
you're
toss
in
him
a,
over the ring?
yeah, if you're in a Royal Rumble, I'm fighting someone else. He's already doing the animation to throw me out.
Oh, it's a
so as
wrap.
soon as I'm done, like body slamming the guy,
Right.
he slides over and I'm out. There's nothing I can do.
You can't stop him.
No, you can't stop him. He's in the animation already that I'm getting thrown out.
I wish that was still in the new games. I wish that was still in there. 'cause
Well, there's
like,
tons
I
of
got you.
glitches. There's still tons of glitches in the new
It's
ones.
impossible. It was always collision detection problems.
But then
Right.
Attitude
Yeah.
was a little bit more cleaned up. It was still a mess.
Attitude was better. Had a lot more.
It,
wrestlers.
it was
I
more
remember liking
wrestlers,
them
a
lot.
little bit more cleaned up. It was still a disaster, though.
yeah, but you guys were the Nintendo 64 guys. I didn't have that.
Yeah.
I was sticking to SmackDown, which was more. It was still arcadey, but they fixed a lot of stuff.
How were the SmackDown games? I
Is that
never
your
really
favorite?
liked them.
Is that your favorite? Your favorite was like Bring the Pain, right?
That's down the line. I'm talking about regular SmackDown. This is before SmackDown versus Raw and ECW and all that. So it was okay. They had good music and like I like the intros in it and stuff. But it wasn't as fun as a No Mercy or anything like that. Like the mechanics weren't as fun. They were close, but I didn't think they were better.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's-
the one player game, but
Yeah,
not
with
so
the-
much playing with a bunch of people.
when it comes to those and the old ones from like Warzone, No Mercy, not No Mercy, Warzone and Attitude, and then you go to No Mercy and WCW Revenge and stuff like that. It's like they.
Before you even get to that,
Oh, which
remember
one?
ECW Hardcore, whatever that was?
I did not play that.
That was off the
But that was the
engine, too.
attitude. Yeah, no, that's the attitude. Oh wait.
RVD.
Actually, I'm happy you brought that up because there was a Legends of Wrestling.
Yes.
that came after
That
those.
had
That were the
RVD in it, too.
same
Legends-
engine.
It was bad.
Ultimate Warrior was the
Ooh,
main
it's
guy
bad.
of one of them.
The chest was like this big.
Yeah, they were.
was
And they
crazy.
had a lot of wrestlers too. They had like LOD and some. And,
They had Hogan.
They had Hogan.
Was it
Yeah,
in
yeah.
that?
No, they had Hogan. They had
What
Warrior.
was this? This was what? The,
Legends of Wrestling.
Oh,
Was
it was
this?
terrible.
Legend of Wrestling.
It was Legends of Wrestling, yeah. They had like two of them, I think.
Right.
And they had like, and then Robert Nam was in there. Like,
Yep,
and I was
Robert
like,
Nam
why
was
is he
in
a legend at that time?
Yeah, yeah.
It was
Robert.
weird. It was weird.
No, Robin
But-
Down. Yeah, he was in there.
I didn't play that.
No, I stopped that. That engine stunk.
I didn't play that. Then they had Raw. This was after No Mercy. We'll get to them after we talk about No Mercy. So, what do you guys think of that? So, like Achy Man and all that. That was No Mercy.
That was No Mercy.
No. Achy Man was WCW Revenge.
Really? That was
Yeah,
Revenge?
it was WCW versus the World, I think, and then it was WCW Revenge,
Yeah.
I forgot
and then
about
it was No Mercy. No, WrestleMania 2000, then No Mercy.
Then No Mercy was
Yeah.
the fourth. Yeah.
Was it
So
2000?
Achy Man was in the WCW one.
2000 was the last one.
Really? I thought Achy Man was in the WWE games.
No, that was definitely Revenge.
Oh.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it was definitely Revenge.
That was my boy though.
Yeah, Jay just kept doing flips off the top rope all
Yes.
fucking time with him.
That was a great game. But
Yeah.
it, not playing now, it's slow as fuck.
Yeah, it's very slow. But the thing is, they still have the fun aspect of it
Yeah,
down
yeah.
because I don't think there's anything to be exploited in the game, like in terms of the grappling system or the timing,
Not
the
so
punching.
much.
There was nothing
Besides
really.
Nash and Big Show.
Oh no, they were
or the
overpowered
Giant.
worth a damn. But like compared to the new games, you know how there's definite timing on the grappling and
No
stuff
Mercy
like that.
had really good balance. It was
Yeah.
slow. If you play it on the PC, it's faster.
Mhm.
But it was a little bit slow. But as far as the countering and the grapple system, it was pretty balanced. I think that's the hardest thing for them to.
That's why a lot of people wish it would go back to that. But I don't want it to go back to that. I want I guess the grapple system on how All right, this is the main thing that's wrong with the new wrestling games.
The 2K games.
Yeah, the I think 14 had it best more than anything, and the only thing missing from it.
But wait,
What?
before we get up to the current games, we still got some more to talk.
No, we have none to talk about.
What about,
I'm doing comparisons
what
right
about
now.
Raw?
I don't remember, bro. I
And
don't care about it.
WrestleMania.
No, we don't care about
For
those.
Xbox.
We don't care about those. Those don't need any mention.
Those games? Oh, no.
There was a legendary box. It was like a safe. What? Oh, and we have a guest.
We have Tina. Hey, she's returning for another podcast.
So if you hear something in the background,
Yeah,
it's just
Yes, Cafe Patron.
Yes, that'll work.
I'll take cafe.
all right. So we'll take alcohol any day.
And you got me a bag of Doritos.
Cafe Patron.
And you got
I'll
a
make it.
Subway. All right, this is working out.
That's
All
a lot of shots.
No, okay.
I can eat all day.
Okay.
That's a lot of shots.
So
Yeah.
No,
As you were saying, Raw.
Carry on.
yes,
You're
there
going
was
back
an
to your
infamous
Raw.
box that fell on to all the people. That was like the core storyline.
the metal, the empty metal box that would always fall on people during a storyline.
That was the best story.
That's how you
ever.
know someone's turning heel. They'll wait. What was it? Was it Mr. America?
I don't know.
No, Mr. America
I
was
think
in.
it was. I
He was
think
in there.
it
Yeah,
was.
Mr. America would just drop the box and he go.
It was
Hold on, I
terrible.
think I remember that.
No, it was bad.
Terrible.
No,
that was probably one of the worst games. That was probably one of the
It
worst
was
games.
really bad. What was the one that came out that was? It looked like it was unfinished. Like it
That
looked
was
like
it.
looked like it was getting
That was
back
it.
to the No Mercy days.
That was one after.
That
I think
was it that one?
Raw 2. There was a
Maybe
Raw 2.
because I remember the graphics were nice,
And there was a WrestleMania.
but it was
thing.
it was broken. Like you could tell the grapple system was
Oh, yeah.
very broken.
Oh yeah.
It's like damn, it could have like if they spent more time on it, it actually would have been better. But you know,
Nah, it was not his time.
we didn't buy it. We didn't buy it though, right?
No.
No, okay, good,
No.
'cause-
We rented that.
Okay.
That was terrible. That was back in the Blockbuster video days, I think.
Oh, okay. But yeah, what was after that one?
The GameCube ones. Remember the GameCube? There was a couple of I forgot.
Oh, WWE Reckoning.
But
That
They-
was
yeah.
after the Nintendo 64 one.
They played
still
like-
had a similar
They played
similar play style.
Yeah, to the.
Their problem was the
They had an
weak
adventure
grapple.
mode. They had an adventure mode.
Yeah, they had that. That was the problem. And the weak grapple automatically turned into a move. So you don't grapple with the weak and then hit a button in a direction. You just grab and it does the move. That's why I didn't like.
Oh.
It was that
It was close. It was close to
It
being
was
good. though.
close, yeah. I was like, those games, the
But the
GameCube
Rock
games
was
weren't
yellow.
They had a problem with Rock's skin color for a very long
bad.
time.
They've been trying to whitewash him for a long time.
I don't know why he was yellow and it's like a light orange in one of the other games or white.
Yes.
One or the other. I mean, they were fun, but it didn't have the match types and the options of creator belts and shit like that. That wasn't in the game.
No,
Multiplayer
yeah.
was fun though. The
No, it was-
one player game was horrendous.
Yeah, it was bad.
You beat it. You fought like 50 people on top of a bus.
Yeah, it was.
It was weird.
I was Goldberg fighting people on a truck. I'm like, this is weird.
And it never ended.
No, it didn't end. I
That
mean,
is, yeah.
but yeah, those kind of.
Vince should have been the boss. He should have been the big.
It should have been like
boss
Streets of
there.
Rage. The fucking sitting
It
in
should have
the
been like
laughing.
the Rumble. What was it? Ready to Rumble. when the guy.
Yeah,
when the guy
exactly.
The Rumble.
Exactly.
That's what it should have been like. But what else was there? Then they had the other SmackDowns, like SmackDown vs. Raw and stuff, and Bring the Pain, which is probably one of my favorites. I probably won't go back and play it, but
Bring the pain.
yeah,
A lot of people like that one.
With Lesnar on the front
I didn't. That wasn't one of mine.
because they had Hogan. That was like the first time they brought Hogan back in a long time,
Damn it.
and I used to put him in the Royal Rumble.
fucking Hogan. God damn it.
Oh, I mean, the guy who cannot be named,
They erased him from
just like that guy Benoit. He can't be named either.
Benoit.
Yeah, I gotta say it wrong.
That's horrible.
So this was SmackDowns, and then
Which weren't bad. And then they had the Def Jam.
we don't cut that.
Those were wrestling games.
No, those
They were wrestling
We're talking
games.
about like WWE wrestling games because then we got to talk about like the was it the Fire Pro Wrestling? We don't want to talk about.
I forgot about Fire Pro
I
Wrestling.
want to talk about that one.
There was tons when we saw them, they make all the characters.
Oh yeah, it was like a shitload of characters. I'm like, oh, let me see this guy. He picks Al Snow. I'm like, who the fuck wants to see Al Snow fucking wrestle?
It was some Asian guy. He loved them.
Nah, that shit was
He loved
terrible.
Al Snow.
That shit's fucking terrible.
But you can make any faction you wanted. They had everything in there. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But the
But people will go like,
fucking fly, get out of my face, fucking fly. Look at that thing.
And next time we gotta keep that back door closed.
Seriously. No, but the When it went over to the end, was it WCW or NWO versus the World and WCW Revenge and No Mercy? Which ones incorporated the creative belts first? Was that
No,
that was the WWE ones, right?
Yeah.
WrestleMania 2000.
That was
they
creative
created
belts,
and then
okay.
they took it away in No Mercy.
Mm.
Yeah.
I thought No Mercy was first.
No Mercy.
WrestleMania 2000 was after.
No, WrestleMania 2000.
I think 2000 was first.
That was first. No Mercy was the last one they made. Yeah.
Definitely.
Because they slowed it down and everyone was mad.
But it was a better game. It was like it was more
think that's
balanced.
back.
It was just
Yeah, I'm sure No Mercy was the last one.
your finishes were more powerful. You had more weight to it. It was just better.
What did you like? All those four ones. Did you like the WCW Revenge? The
The balance kept getting better with every single game. So the WWE games played better, than the WCW games before that. But they were still good. The games all the games that they made were good. Even Def Jam Vendetta.
I think nostalgia.
well, Def Jam Vendetta was smoother.
Oh yeah, that's how you wanted the new games to play.
Yeah.
They perfected
that.
their engine. They perfected.
Oh, what
their
about that wrestling game in the arcade?
engine. Which one?
Where you can, it was like slanted, and you hit the big ass button, and you could do a power move, and it switched. It was like 2 screens high.
It sounds very familiar, but it's
By
old
Sega.
as shit,
It was
though,
by
right?
Sega. It was by Sega. You do a special move, and you do a super, like a power bomb, and they had a fake Legion of Doom and a fake Hulk Hogan, and they would kill you. You
And
some
Sega made
depot
that.
guy in like blue tights. Like yeah, Sega made it. It was crazy. That was a quarter eater. It was
It
ridiculous.
sounds like a souped up pro wrestling for Nintendo.
Nah, you had to beat this big
Was
ass
it
one button.
great pro wrestling for the Sega Master System?
Great.
Great.
Pro.
There was no great pro wrestling.
Maybe it was a great wrestling or something.
No,
You said
it
maybe?
was just pro wrestling.
He said maybe there was a great pro. He's making up names
for the
and shit.
Sega Master System. There was
Yes,
there
it
was no
just
wrestling.
pro
game.
wrestling. We already said that.
No, it's got.
There was no great pro wrestling.
I gotta look back at that. There was something.
Does that even sound right?
No, it doesn't. I already knew it wasn't
There
a fucking
was
game.
great
No.
football. There was great,
Great
basketball.
football,
Great
great
baseball. There's no great soccer.
There was no
There's none
great
of that.
tennis. No.
Maybe. No.
I don't remember no tennis.
Nah. There was a tennis game though.
Not
Oh,
great.
No, it was not. There was nothing great about it.
I'm gonna look for a wrestling game for this the Master System. It just sounds like there was one.
It's pro. He took his head off and put it in a headlock. I know the picture in my head. It's terrible. It was a headless man in a headlock. It was a garbage. It was a garbage cover.
That's fucking. Wait, that sounds familiar as fuck now that you say it. Yeah,
Boy,
that really
God.
is. Holy shit.
I know my stuff.
Oh, shit.
But
Just like that TurboGrafx one, that multiplayer one. That was a
Oh.
multi-tap game, and it was horrible.
I know what you're talking about.
It was
Yeah, I know what
horrible.
you're
It was
talking
like
about.
6 players. It was crazy.
I never liked TurboGrafx.
Maybe it was 5.
16.
It was 5 players, I think.
That's fucking terrible.
You couldn't
Yeah,
play
it
a
was bad.
2-player game without the multi-tap.
Yeah, it was bad.
That is horrible. Never had a freaking.
Yeah, a fly almost flew into my fucking face.
It's fine. They don't see him.
I'm a
They don't
fuck-
see him.
I
Just
will.
ignore it. Just
Well, if they
ignore it.
see me going like this, I'm
Nah, that's
fucking
fine.
down.
You're just twitching.
So Jay, your favorite game was Bring the Pain?
No, I said that was one of the funner ones. I wouldn't say it was my favorite.
What was your
game.
favorite wrestling game?
Probably the one that had Hogan and Ultimate Warrior in it. The one that was like 2 years ago.
2K14.
Yeah. Was it
That
14?
had Goldberg also.
Was it 14?
Was the last one that had Goldberg in it.
Where did we skip? 15? We skipped.
15 was god awful, only like 60
skipped-
people. That was terrible.
Yeah, so 14 was.
And
That
16
was
is the
probably
one
my
that we.
favorite one. But we exploited the shit.
Yeah,
out of
now
that
towards the end, it started. We found out the grapple system was very flawed.
game. Yeah.
More like the counter system.
No, the grapple system.
The
Because I
grap-
can't do a move in the game.
Actually, both were pretty
You
flawed.
you can't do a move in the game because of the counter system.
Yes.
Now getting to the 2K games. Now the I think the number one the coolest thing about them, besides graphics and all that stuff, I like how the positives is how like in the No Mercy games when you get your special up. And it says special, and you only have a certain amount of time to
And
do
you
this
run for your
strong ass slow grapple to get somebody, and then when it's gone, you have to do it all over again. But this time it goes up. You could stock
You
them,
could stack 'em.
which
I
is
like
which
the
is
stocking, yeah.
way better. That's a
Yeah.
million times better. And also you can do signatures, which have
Right.
like a certain time limit also, and they go away, which is whatever. It's fine. But the problem is when you grapple somebody in No Mercy, you could hit, let's say, up and B. You don't know when I'm going to hit up and B. I won't do a movement like, a little move that to hit the counter button and
Yeah.
it'll counter my move. These games from 2K12 all the way to the current ones, as soon as I do either a back grapple, wrist grapple, whatever,
It's just a movement.
I do a stupid movement and you could tell when I'm going to do the move and you just hit counter and it works every fucking time.
Yeah.
And if they eliminated that, it would be fixed.
It should be like Tecmo Bowl.
The whole game would be fixed if they eliminated that, but
You gotta match.
they haven't.
You should have to match like up and the button, down and the button, left of the button, right of the button. And if you match that, then you reverse it. If you don't,
But then you only have like 25%.
Exactly.
That you're cool with that. A 25%.
better than 100% reversal
Or
rate.
just time it when you think they're going to do the move. That's tough as it is.
Oh, just like a timing thing, or like why for the last two games they had the last gen, the PS3s and the Xbox 360 versions. They had all the match types, but the flawed system where it was very.
But they got a new
easy.
development.
But then they have the current gen ones where it has a better counter system.
Yeah, the
graphics
counter
system.
gauges.
It's a different team.
Yeah,
I mean, the counter
Is it?
gauges make sense. I mean, because if you run out of your counters and they're building up slowly, I could do as many moves as I possibly can to you in that time period before. It's more strategic that way, which is cool. I mean, I'm down with that if they continue to bring that back.
the
But
limited counters. It's like that was it's too counter heavy right now.
Well, so you don't spam and keep doing reversals.
Yeah.
That makes the game a hell of a lot better because
yeah, it's like that. I don't know what they're doing with 2K17. They haven't announced anything except for like maybe 10 characters already, which means
they didn't change anything.
No, I'm gonna have faith. I'm not gonna and I keep it. Like it's gonna stink again and blah blah blah. blah. They have to fix. The only thing that I think Triple H said about the game was that it's tons of customizations in the game. That's the only thing he said so far. But
Who said that? Triple H?
yeah, it's tons of. You could almost
He doesn't know.
you could customize everything.
He does not. Are we talking about the PS4 and the Xbox One version?
Now you're asking me
No.
questions just based off of something I heard.
That's what I'm saying. I was like-
You can't ask me questions on something that I heard. I don't work for. I don't know the guy. I just read an interview that he had, and I know there's a couple of people that were announced, and that was it.
Right.
And I
That
was
means
like,
they're
okay.
not
And,
going to change anything.
and everything is going to be announced, and damn, you sipped that so fucking loud. But everything's going to be announced in SummerSlam. I think SummerSlam weekend.
Oh, good.
But
Excellent.
if they fuck up the game again, man, that's going to be fucking really disappointing.
They probably will.
Because I think last time they had creative belts, which was better than the ones on the the last gen,
Yes.
and they had graphics obviously looked better, the timing was better, the moves looked better, the counter system, everything made it better. The submission system was terrible, by the way. It was really fucking bad.
For the computer, because they could follow your hand. They knew exactly what you were doing.
Stunk.
People maybe would mess up, but the computer's like, I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. I'll stop it.
It sucked.
And it was crazy.
No, so
you would tap out like 2 seconds into the match.
when they bring in, like when they're like, oh my god, 120 characters are in the game. Who the fuck's General Adnan? Who's Colonel Mustafa? Like, people don't want to pick these people.
You don't know.
Or 5 different Stone Cold Steve Austins that look the same.
I don't know why they keep doing it.
It's such a waste of fucking
You
time.
don't want to be stunning Steve? I think people want to be stunning Steve.
No, different movesets.
Or
Some of them
Alberto
are
Del
stupid.
Rio 2002.
It's totally different.
What was the fucking difference between
I can't
2002?
stand 2007. 2002 was awesome.
And that's 2 slots. That's 2
Yeah,
slots.
he was in CLL. Spanish company.
Horrible.
Well, what would you guys like to see them change in the...
This is why I'd like 2K. Is it 2K Sports or just 2K Games? What do they call themselves?
cares?
Doesn't matter. Whatever. 2K, that development studio, whatever. I want to see them not make an Xbox 360 or PS3 version.
I don't think they are.
No, I
think
think they said the last one was 216. I
That's
think.
it.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
think so.
Incorporate all the customization as far as match types, the belt modes, or whatever that they got in the last gens into the new gen versions.
Eliminations.
Yeah, eliminations. And what else? Even pinning somebody outside. You couldn't even do that, right? You were able to do that? Pin somebody outside?
Yeah. The only thing that was the problem with the last one was you couldn't eliminate anybody.
They didn't have
There was
the
no
match.
elimination.
There was no eliminations in Fatal 4 and 8.
Which made no sense.
And you can't customize each match type.
All right, what about there was no
There was
first blood,
couldn't
right?
make it blood either. Nothing.
Yeah, no blood, no,
No
knockouts.
knockouts.
No blood, no knockouts.
Last man standing?
There was a last man standing, but I think it's only one-on-one.
like bullshit like that.
the nonsense. And they had buried alive matches in the story mode, but they didn't have them outside the story mode.
Then they have like some ladder matches or something too.
They had live matches in there.
They did.
Yeah, they still. Yeah,
But
they
not
had-
on like 6. It was only on 6-player or something. Something dumb.
I think they still had ladder matches, but table match. Yeah, they fucked a lot of things up with that game.
It's
It's
a flaming table.
because I think it's that they don't finish them and they're like, fuck it, release
They should've
whatever's
had,
there.
It was another year they had for that. They just got, I don't know what the hell they try and add to it. 'Cause
It's crazy.
I like the graphics. I like the fact that you can interrupt the entrances and stuff.
Oh, that's awesome. And the character models look amazing. And
Just-
I'm over the graphics part. I just want it to fucking play good.
Yeah, seriously. Like,
You know?
wrestling games look great now. I don't care about graphics.
Yeah.
And it
Get
would
that
have
grapple
been
system
good
working.
if there was elimination.
Yeah. So you just want to see eliminations again. You want to see
There's
Ain't
nothing much else
more
wrong.
match types, eliminations, and the counter system fixed. That's basically all you really have to do to fix the new games.
But the counter system is fixed in the new games. That's what's crazy.
Mm.
So all you got to do is add the types, and we're good.
Add the types. Yeah. Hopefully we'll say a prayer for 2K17.
Yes.
Hopefully
And I want
Let's hope so.
5 rocks, 3 canes, and I want corporate cane.
Well, he's probably gonna be in it. He's probably gonna be in it as a fucking alternative fucking
I
costume.
want Bob Backlund,
Oh my god!
Darren Young.
Stop it!
No, the Red Rooster.
No, you're gonna get who's commentating?
I want
Tunga.
no old people.
Tunga. You're gonna get Otunga.
Oh, Tunga, he's there. He's still on the roster. I want the coffee cup.
That's fucking.
But nah, that's it. That's all. I mean, that's all we need. It's not much of a change. That's all we want.
I want to revisit this when they start releasing stuff, and then we'll see based on the information we get.
We'll have some playthroughs. We'll
Once
see
it's
what they mess
released.
up.
No, we'll
see
do a
what they mess
review.
up.
Yeah, we'll do a review.
Because I got to pre-order, man. They do have Goldberg, man. I can only get them if I pre-order. So I
Yeah,
gotta,
but you don't have to pick the game up.
That's true. No, that's true.
Until we
Yeah,
get
yeah.
reviews.
Nah, that's true.
So
Because
it's
if it
gonna
comes
have,
back with a 2, they rate these things. high,
No, they
too.
gave it a 9 point something last time. Fuck that
It's
shit. I don't
crazy.
trust them. I don't trust them no more.
Like, they have low standards when it comes to wrestling games. They really don't know
yeah.
what the best ones are.
Yeah,
Before we pick that pre-order up,
no.
you gotta check it out, and then that might not ever get picked up, and then you get your money back.
That's fucked
how,
up.
That's how that's gonna work.
That's fucked up.
But if you do pick it up, you'll get your Goldberg. See?
Yay. Exciting.
All right.
Anything else you guys want to add?
No, that should be it. I
Good.
think that's good.
All right,
Nah, I have to say my favorite is Fire Pro Wrestling because we're gonna get a lot of backlash
We'll
if I
get
don't
that.
say that.
Fire Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, it's the best. That's the best of all time. The one for PlayStation
Ugh.
Nah, forget that.
because you didn't have PlayStation. No, watch. Look it up.
You
Look
ain't
it
never even played that shit.
up. Look it up.
Nope.
You ain't never
That's
played that
crazy.
shit.
Nope.
I played that.
Nah, forget that, Jay. That's all you.
All right.
All right, Eric, you want to end it?
I got to end it?
Yeah.
All right. Level 857, we out. That's my outro.
All right. You can check out the Level 857
You want my
podcast
outro? You don't like my outro?
on iTunes and Stitcher, and we'll catch you next time.
All right.
See? There we go.
Peace.